In this video, I'm going to teach you how to identify your transferable skills so you can put these on your resume and make a career change. So I've helped hundreds of clients change their careers by identifying the transferable skills that they should put on their resume. So I'm going to give you a three-step process that comes from one of those clients. Now this client, Julia, actually wanted to change her career from running her own website design business to becoming a content and copywriter. But don't worry, even though it's specific to Julia, you'll actually be able to follow this framework for your own situation. So I'm going to give you this into 3 steps, but what I really want you to do is listen carefully to the 3rd step, because if you get this right, you'll stand out above the hundreds of other people that actually don't do this on their resume. But before I do this, I need to tell you about what not to do. I don't want you to follow the advice of other career coaches and resume writers that tell you to list skills on your resume that are transferable, and you may have heard them. They might talk about your teamwork skills, your negotiation skills, your time management skills, your interpersonal skills as being your transferable skills. While they are transferable, that's not really what the recruiter is looking for on your resume. What the recruiter is actually looking for is relevance to that job. So if you go ahead and put a laundry list of skills like negotiation skills and project management skills and leadership skills on your resume, you're actually wasting space and your resume won't stand out. So this 3-step process is actually going to help you identify which are your skills, which are your transferable skills, and how to express them in a really compelling way on your resume. So step number 1 is to do a brain dump. So it's to do a brain dump of your daily tasks. So those daily tasks can come from your career, so what you do every day in your job. They could come from your volunteer work, if you do that, any community work you do, or from a hobby. But the idea is to do a brain dump of what you might do in a typical day or a typical week even. So thinking about my client Julia, this is what she does every day in her job as a website business owner. You can see that Julia has, like any small business owner, a really busy day, but you'll also see that she has some skills that are transferable to the type of job that she wants to do, which is a content and copywriting job. And those skills must start from developing key messages and writing content for her main web pages, developing a content plan for social media and blogs, sending the work to the client for review and feedback, setting up split testing for online lead generation and sales campaigns. So those are the things that are probably relevant to the type of work that she wants to do or things that she wants to do in content and copywriting. And step 2 is where we actually validate or verify that that's the case. Step 2, what I want you to do is go and look at advertisements for jobs that you'd actually like to do and look at the skills that they list, and then go back and reflect on what you've done as your brain dump in terms of skills that you've listed from what you do every day and see whether they match up. They're going to be the skills or the transferable skills that we're going to put on your resume. Now in Julia's case, she's looking for a content and copywriting type job. So she goes out and looks for content and copywriting advertisements. And what we're looking for here is to see whether the skills that Julia has actually match what these types of jobs or these types of employers are looking for. And you can see that they do. You can see that in this particular job, they're actually asking for Julia to demonstrate strong research and expert content and campaign planning skills, strong content writing skills, proven strengths in SEO, knowledge of enhancing the user experience, excellent stakeholder consultation and engagement skills, strong teamwork and interpersonal skills. So these are the transferable skills that Julia has because she's demonstrated them in about 50% of her role as a website website development business owner. And that's actually what the employer is looking for. So now what we need to do is actually find a way to create a resume around those transferable skills to pitch Julia for that particular job. And that's what we're going to do in step 3. So step 3 is the most important step. I'm going to show you how to showcase your transferable skills on your resume, but how to showcase those skills so recruiters actually sit up and take notice. So here's where I typically put transferable skills on a resume. I set up a section called Key Skills and Knowledge, and in this section I put the transferable skills. So the skills that Julia's demonstrated as part of her everyday role, how they match the skills that the recruiter is asking for. So I don't put all the skills that Julia has, just the transferable skills. And you'll remember from the job description that they asked Julia to demonstrate content and copywriting, content and campaign planning, SEO and user experience, web, intranet, social media apps, blogs and newsletters, stakeholder consultation, stakeholder engagement. So this is where I put those skills. It's not a laundry list, it's just the transferable skills that Julia has that the recruiter or the employer is actually asking her to demonstrate. So there's no point just listing the transferable skills in a skills and knowledge section on your resume. You want to actually demonstrate them, and you want to demonstrate them in a way that's meaningful to the recruiter or the employer. So you want to think about what does success mean in that role? What are the key performance indicators in that role, and how can you actually demonstrate that you have them? So in this case, Julia is required to write internet and web content pages. How does she know, or how can she demonstrate that she's effective in doing that to the employer or the recruiter? Well, the clue's in the advertisement, and the clue can also be in the research that you do around the role. You want to know what success means, but the advertisement actually said you'll be required to educate, inform, and inspire action and behavior change. You will also be required to write compelling sales copy to generate leads for our approved partner services. So I set up Julia's achievement section to show that she delivered content to inspire action and behavior change for when she was writing intranet pages and web content. So in this case, I'll just scroll down a little bit here. Julia, in her writing of intranet pages and web content, she accelerated sales lead growth from 0 to 200 per day for a travel company, and she increased book downloads. So this was how she inspired action and behavior change. If you do this on your resume, that will not just show that you've got transferable skills, and it will demonstrate that in a way that's really meaningful to the recruiter. So that's it. In a nutshell, do a brain dump. Step 1, do a brain dump of your day-to-day activities, whether they come from the job that you do day-to-day, whether they come from community work or volunteer work or a hobby. Do a brain dump. Step 2 is to scrutinize advertisements of jobs that you want to apply for and see what you're actually being asked to demonstrate in those advertisements, because they're your transferable skills, what an employer is asking for and what you can actually demonstrate. Step 3 is to list them in your resume under a key skills and knowledge section, and to demonstrate them in your achievements section in a way that is meaningful to the employer. Now, I've got a video that shows you how to pull all of that together, all of those transferable skills together in a career change resume. So I will link to that in the description. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like what you see, please give us a thumbs up. If you like what you see and you want to see more of it, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.